Hey everyone, Shido here for part 4 of my fall 2014 anime season first impressions. Last time I covered the second season of Hitsugi no Chaika, a new romance comedy called Amagi Brilliant Park, a harmless and unfunny comedy known as Denkiga no Honya-san, and a boring samurai series called Danten ni Waru. And now on to part 4. I start off with a new fantasy series known as Sora no Method, also known as Celestial Method. The show is about a girl named Nonaka who once lived in Lake Kiria City, where she met a blue-haired girl named Noelle. 7 years later, she returns to the city, which for some reason now has a mysterious saucer floating above it, and she is reunited with the girl. I'm not really sure what to make of this show. There's a past with the characters that we're being told about slowly, but nothing about the saucer above the city, although it seems to lead to the girl Noelle granting wishes, or something of the sorts, as it started to glow when they talked about a wish that she promised to grant Nonaka. The animation is not bad. It's the first outing though for 3HZ Studio, and it's not bad at all. It's not fantastic, but certainly not the worst I've seen. It's interesting, but it just doesn't give us a lot to invest in yet, granted it only being the first episode. So I'll be taking a wait-and-see approach to this one. Next up is a series called Griseia no Kajitsu. I've probably butchered that name. Another new romance show. It's based off a visual novel, which basically tells you what you're going to be getting here. It's your basic male character with several female characters that the male character interacts with and establishes a relationship with. There is a slight twist here. The main character, Kazami Yuji, wants to transfer to a normal school. He transfers and ends up in a school that only has 6 students, including himself. The other 5 students are, surprise surprise, all female. I'm not really sure what they're planning for the show or the circumstances behind there only being 6 students at the school, but all the girls seem to be involved in something, and all seem to have some sort of criminal trait, whether it be lockpicking or bomb making, etc. Obviously there's more going on here, and at the very least it has me interested, but I have a feeling it's just going to be another sleazy harem show, but we'll see. Garo The Animation is based off the live-action series of the same name, although it has nothing to do with the stories from the live-action. It's a completely unique to its own story. The show is set in a fictitious Variante kingdom in Spain during the Spanish Inquisition. The king starts a witch hunt of sorts, endangering both the Makai knights and priests. A priestess is burned at the stake, but not before giving birth to a son, who is taken away to safety by his father, and then he's trained to become something called the Golden Knight Garo. Right away, the animation is very intriguing. It has a very gritty, dark style. It somehow fits CGI armor and other things into it, but it surprisingly works. The opening theme song feels like something from the 80s, but in a very good way. It's weird in the sense that it actually feels kinda nostalgic, like you're watching an old 80s or 90s anime, just with new animation. It's basically an old feeling brought back and done right, and I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed the show. After Garo the Animation, I decided to check out Ore Twin Tail ni Naramasu, and I instantly hated it. The show is about a high school boy who is obsessed with the twin tail hairstyle. Sound lame yet? Well, one day after encountering a mysterious girl from a parallel world, monsters appear in town and declare that all the twin tails in the world belong to them. The boy is then entrusted with a device that transforms him into a twin-tailed warrior girl. That's right, he turns into a girl to fight them. Sound lame now? Well, it sure does to me. And after watching the first episode, I can definitely declare that it's an absolute stinker and will quickly move on and try to forget about it. I finish off part 4 with a show called Dai Toshokan no Hitsuji Kai, or A Good Librarian Like a Good Shepherd. It's based off an adult visual novel. Hooray! And of course, that means it's a harem show. Kyotaro is a student and the only member of the library club. Apparently, when he was a kid, he read all kinds of books about magic. To gain access to something called a magic library, he acquires a bookmark, which is supposedly an entry ticket, and now must bring happiness to others. The animation is decent at best, and comes from Hood's Entertainment, a studio not known for its quality anime. Thus far, it's a very subpar and uninteresting show, and while I'll probably watch the next episode just to see if anything happens, this show will likely end up being a pass as well. And that's going to be all for my part 4 of my first impressions of the 2014 fall season. I have 2 more videos planned, and that will hopefully wrap up everything from this season. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at part 5.